Hello and welcome to a turtle video. This is my first devlog. I'm creating a new semi-open world game with the temporary name being The Tales of Inamia. Inamia being the world where this takes place in. Like I said, the name is temporary and I'll probably change it, but the name is not important right now. Let's look at the goals I have set myself on this project. Number 1, create a better game than The Adventures of Beanman. For those of you who don't know, The Adventures of Beanman was my first game that I created. In quick plug, but as the release date of this video on November 6th, it'll be 20% off for the next week, so buy it now while it's still on sale. Link in the description. Anyway, The Adventures of Beanman was my first big project, and there's a lot to improve on. The vision that I have for Inamia will be much grander than Beanman. I want the graphics to be a lot better, as there are 0 textures in Beanman. I also want the movement to be more fluid, as it's a bit janky in Beanman, and a whole lot of other improvements that I'll get to later. 2, I want to take Inamia as an opportunity to improve as a game dev. I'm not the best programmer, and I just wanted to keep on improving my skills and honing my craft. There are a lot of things that I want to learn, including creating cleaner and better code. I also want to utilize all the systems of Unity to their fullest potential. I want to be better at 3D modeling for my game as well. I have a friend who wants to hop on this project, so hopefully I'll learn how to work in a group. 3, I want to have fun. There was one stage in the development of Beanman where I just wasn't having fun, which is not good when you are doing a hobby that you enjoy. Luckily, I was able to get out of that slump. I have been wanting to make Inamia for a long time, ever since the middle of Beanman's development, so I hope I can realize this game to its fullest potential. And I promise myself if I get into my slump, I won't push myself too hard. Now that I have the goals out of the way, let's look what I have so far in this game. I first tried to create an orcish character. I'll fix that later. I told you I need to improve my 3D modeling skills. Anyway, I guess we're making the Bean Capsule guy as my character again. For this project, I want to have controller support, and the easiest way to do this with the new input system. Okay, maybe it's not easy to set up, but once you get it down, adding more controls will be a lot easier to manage. And there we go. I got movement down. I was too lazy to make the camera movement and jump with the controller, but I'll fix that later. There isn't too much left to do for the controls right now, as I do not have the character model, so let's move on to the terrain. I am pretty new to terrain making in Unity, so I'll have to learn fast. First location I want to make is known as Arendi's Estate. You might be wondering, who is Arendi? You'll just have to figure out when the game releases in 2072. Okay, quick update. Why does it take me so long to figure out grass? It took me way too long to figure out Unity's terrain system for grass, and the grass is still not fully optimized. If I keep this place, I'll be done with the project. Did I really just write the same joke twice? Pro tip, do not write scripts while you are sleep deprived. This level of creativity is unmatched. The trees were much easier than the grass, and I got it in my first try. Now onto the actual terrain. For my first time making terrain, I just wanted to make a simple lake and its surrounding areas. The area will be in the mountains, so I'll have very uneven ground. The Unity terrain system is pretty good and has a lot of features. It was way better than I expected it to be. It was so easy to make simple terrain. I have learned that it has some limitations though, like creating caves and overhangs. But we don't need those yet, so that's a problem for later me. And after a short while, I finally have the terrain built up and the lake filled in. Don't look at the lake too closely though. The last thing I need is the main cabin. This took me a while since I had to go back and forth between Unity and Blender to make tweaks. One of the most annoying problems is the texture is too good at its job. It keeps on changing direction based on how I set up the model in Blender. Why can't it just read my mind and figure out how to place itself properly? After a couple hours, I finally got the perfect model with a good texture. It's missing some interior decorations and windows, but those can wait. Thanks for watching. Also, if you're watching this video on the first week it's released, The Adventures of Beanman is on sale. Make sure to get it to support this channel. But anyway, thank you for 100 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to do so. That's all. Goodbye.